Incredible LEGO airplane projects that can become real sets. LEGO ideas, plane sets. Get ready, LEGO aviation enthusiasts, as we reveal the best projects you should support, like the fantastic Boeing 737-800 Mexicana de Aviación. This retro model features a classic airliner with its retro 80s logo. The 737 is an iconic aircraft you probably flew many times, but the designer deserves credit for recreating this plane with LEGO after all. The wings are fully brick-built, no big ugly pieces here. This creates a smooth aerodynamic surface. The powerful engines are also faithfully recreated here. Next up, we have Tong Carreidas 160 Supersonic jet. This is a combination of creativity and great design. Inspired by the famous adventures of Tong comic, this fictional aircraft is owned by Laszlo Carreidas, a rich guy that was inspired by the soul. Tong is an adventurer. Unfortunately, he has many enemies, so the plane on the way to Sydney has to squawk 7500, you know what that means, and land on a mysterious island. The model looks great. The aerodynamic shapes of the plane make it a truly outstanding build. It's like a trip back in time. The designer also included a handy stand for the airplane. The best part? It has an interior with a very small cockpit and a nice luxurious cab. This model also features a unique swing wing design. Next up, we have a very cool model, aircraft engine, minifigure, scale and working. This design is perfect in terms of realism. It features a gigantic engine. This is the star of the show. Why? Well, because it can recreate the experience of building a real engine. From the detailed mechanical parts to the genius design, this model would create a very entertaining building experience. And the best part? It works. Kinda like you're not going to actually fly. The model also comes with a testing facility. Hopefully this engine was built right after all. We don't want more flights to get grounded. Not only is this model uber realistic, it can also feature some nice play features. After all, it's minifigure scale. You can fly around and cause some problems, let's say. Overall, this outstanding model, you definitely should support it. Why do we need to support these projects? Well, LEGO Ideas is a platform where LEGO fans can upload projects, and if they get 10,000 supporters, these projects can become a real LEGO set. Well, but LEGO needs to approve it first. We talked about rejected LEGO Ideas projects before if you are interested, but by supporting this project it shows to LEGO that we care about LEGO Aviation sets. What if we could get more sets like the Concorde or that 787 from years ago? Speaking of that, next up we have Boeing 747-100, the city of Everett. The Queen of the Skies is recreated with LEGO. This model includes the very first 747, recreated in 1:9 scale. The model includes the original colors of the model, the upward angle of the wings, the wingtips, antenna, and the tail-mounted APU. They are all there. This model faithfully recreates one of the most important aircraft of all time. With the attention to detail, let's take a look at the overall shape of this LEGO model. Something like this is not easy to create with LEGO pieces, so you know this is a master design. This model features a nice display support with a 747 logo sign. This model also has retractable landing gear, flaps, and the engines just look great. Overall, this is a great model for aviation enthusiasts. Next up, we have another 747. Qantas Boeing 747-400. This version captures one of the most iconic airliners in the world, Qantas. This is a great plane for going down under. The model features Qantas branding and also features retractable landing gear, winglets and 4 engines, making it great for world travelers. Next up we have another big model, the 777. One of the biggest aircraft of our time is now recreated with LEGO. I mean, this plane is so long it looks like a pencil. First off, the incredible aerodynamic shapes and the retractable landing gear. This model definitely has a positive rate of climb, but my favorite part are the wings. Why? First off, their shape. The designer was able to somehow accomplish a realistic shape and also create a smooth surface. It has wingtips and flaps, so it's a perfect model for butter landings. Next up, we are going way back in time with the flying inventions of Leonardo DaVinci. These models bring to life Leonardo's classic drawings. The model features 3 unique and fun models envisioned by the artist himself. These all have the same theme, the dream of flight. First is the helicopter. This model might be familiar to some, as they probably use it as a toy, but now it's recreated with Lego, bringing imagination to reality. This model can be turned by using this small gear. Then we have a glider. This piece of ingenuity just looks fantastic, with a lot of little pieces and great building techniques. The model features also movable wings, like a bird. We also have the parachute, which features a giant figure holding this pyramid-like contraption. It also features Leonardo's Da Vinci workshop. Then there is the perpetual motion machine, with its somewhat small and it's located next to the glider. Overall, this model combines creativity, history and attention to detail. Next up is the Cessna 185 Skywagon. Here we have a Technic model, which means I'm not an expert in terms of technique. Hey, but at least it has a teddy bear. This model has an overall adventure theme. With this dock, you can take flight into the skies. The use of Technic pieces allows for a smooth surface, but my favorite part is the cockpit. It just looks fantastic. The flaps also retract and extend, but with a twist. They do that by turning this gear. There's also a little hidden detail for you to look for. Next up is the Lockheed Jetstar. Get ready for a mix of luxury and high altitude travel. This is one of the weirdest aircraft ever built. First off, the fuel tanks are these things, and there are 4 engines on the back. This model gives a nice aesthetic and would fit great onto any living room or an office. Works well as a display piece. Of course, these airliners transported many celebrities. Next up is the historic 14 bis, one of the first planes to fly. The 14 bis is a unique historic aircraft built by Brazilian Santos Dumont. You can tell right away that this model has a lot of hard work put onto it. After all, recreating a classic plane is not easy. So if you like historic early flight, go ahead and support this one. So we have many airplanes, but what about an airport? After all, we need some slots. Well, Swan Wings Airport. This model is basically an airport starter pack. Notice all the auxiliary vehicles, the terminal, the tower and the airplane. Let's take a peek inside. The interior features check-in. Let's hope that there are no extra charges. The interior features a glass ceiling allowing for easy light to take over your model. There's also security, and I'm refraining from telling jokes here. The airport features a duty-free for overcharged gifts and a very small waiting area. Very realistic. Then your flight is called time to walk the jetway and take off. The aircraft in itself is quite simple. This model also features ATC, so overall you can notice how great this model is just by looking at it. So we have taken a look at incredible LEGO Ideas aircraft models by fans. Be sure to support this project while you can. Now, if you want to see more fantastic ideas models, be sure to click either of these videos on the screen right now.